everybody, how's it going? Stevie D from Testament here. So we're on the Bass Strikes Back tour, as you all know, and we've been covering a lot of behind the scenes and the technical aspects of the bass players of the three bands. But what we're going to do now is go into the technical support system. Just like a race car driver has a fancy car, he's got a pit crew that keeps that car running at top notch. So what we're going to do now is go talk to some of the people that are involved with supporting the sound of the bass and the basic upkeep, maintenance, and the life of the bass. So check it out, we're going into Techland. What's up, Stevie D here on Bass Strikes Back Tour, and today we're talking to the bass techs. Right now, I'm with Jack Gibson's bass tech, Pete Hart's. What's up, Frenchie Pete? How you doing, man? Ça va?
Ça va.
Ça va bien. All right, so I want to ask you real quick. You are basically in charge of Jack's bass.
Since very long, yeah.
Until he touches it for the set, it's in your care.
Yes.
So what kind of things do you do with this? Obviously, you push the equipment in from the truck, you set up the amp, you set up your world, you take the bass out, and then what happens?
I change the string every 2 days with these strings.
Every two shows?
Every 2 shows.
Uh-huh.
Sometimes you come to me and ask to change every day, depends if they are dead or not.
Do you change strings on the backup?
I do every 3 or 4 shows, it depends.
Yeah.
You don't really use it anymore. Depends on the tour. I do be sure that the bass is clean.
You clean it.
Oh yeah, I have to, especially this
Well,
one.
it's invisible.
Especially this one because
Yeah,
you
look
got
at it.
fingerprints on it.
Yeah,
If
that's
it's
clean.
touch it, it's bigger fingerprints on it.
Is there any other special attention this bass needs? Any adjustments? You have to take a screwdriver to it.
No, she doesn't really move, and this here, the only bad thing about it is to change the batteries, you have to off this box.
Yeah.
And you put black tape around that it doesn't look stupid, like especially if it's yellow colors or
Well, yeah, it helps.
basically for the good looking for the stage.
Yeah.
After that, it's very simple. Nothing very.
It's a brand new bass in pretty good shape.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so you don't have
Totally
to
new.
adjust the action or
What I have to take care of
intonation, really.
here when I put the string, you don't make any mark on it.
Oh,
So I
yeah.
put some tape.
Protecto plate.
Yeah. Then I have to fingerprints.
Yeah. So it's pretty good shape and everything, and
It's new.
standard string chains, and it's ready to go.
Yeah.
So as far as Jack as a bass player, does he require anything special? Is there anything out of an ordinary musician would ask for from a tech?
Well,
It's a good time to say what you know about this guy.
Well, it used to be a time that we used to have drinks on the top of the cabinets. We used to have M&Ms, candies, like some crazy shit. You know,
Some cool drinks, some snacks.
yeah, he was looking for snacks, and
He's not doing that so much anymore.
no, he doesn't drink alcohol anymore, so we don't have like shots.
Yeah.
We sometimes I put in some M&Ms,
Some
you know,
M&Ms, yeah.
some
Something
shit.
fun to snack on.
Sometimes we just throw them on the floor.
Yeah?
For fun.
And make him step on with his big boots.
That's what he does. He
Yeah.
fucking crush them. He goes, I don't want this one today. You know?
Oh, yeah. Anything else, though? Does he have, like, I don't know.
We used to have an overdrive pedals on the floor for one song. He has a break. He used to play. We don't have that song on the tour. He used to have like a lot of stuff. These days he go very simple.
Yeah.
Like we used to have like a special DI box that cost a lot of money. He doesn't use anymore. Well, his tour is very easy.
It's pretty stripped down, pretty simple,
DC
pretty
electronics,
straightforward.
yeah, very easy, very easy.
It makes it easy.
Yeah.
So that's about it. I mean, bass is easy to take care of. He's easy to set up.
Yeah.
Plays his set. Nothing out of the ordinary.
Not on that tour.
Pack him up when he's done and on to the next city.
Be sure it's not broken.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you take good care of the bass. I see you working. I remember you took care of my stuff about, what was that, 17 years ago, huh, Petey?
2003.
Yeah, that's right. All right, well, that's about it. Life of Jack's Tech.
Yep.
Thanks for the chat, buddy. I'll see you tonight. Out.
Hi, Kevin Young. Steve, what is your job title on this tour?
Okay, is it alright?
Manslave Eric Peterson. Guitar tech. Yes. What would you rather be doing?
No.
Eating glass? Bass tech. Oh, Mr. Kevin Young. Steve,
What's going on here?
what is your job title on this tour?
Guitar tech to Eric Peterson. Stage left.
What would you rather be doing?
Stage right, bass tech, baby.
What's up? I made a rare foyer over here to stage left on the Bass Strikes back tour to visit with guitar / bass tech extraordinaire Armando. How's it going, buddy?
It's going great.
Good to see you, Armando. So, actually, I want to ask you about one specific thing. I know you have a multifaceted job. You're doing guitar for a couple bands and stuff, but what I want to ask you about specifically right now is Damien's bass.
Yes.
The job around this. Just basically go over real quick what you do for Damien.
I set up this really simple rig and I take care of this one bass.
He's got
It's
one
like
bass?
super stressful. And and I just like keep it clean. When the strings start to get a bit, they start dying a little bit, then I put
Loose to the edge,
yeah,
give it new
we
life.
don't want that, we want it bright. So it's like we put new strings on, we keep it flat.
How often would you say that is?
Just like every 4 or 5 shows.
You go that long?
Oh yeah.
It's still
Dude, it's like he plays very light.
He does.
But he is like, you know what I mean? Like he doesn't sweat.
yeah.
It's not
Very
that
clean.
It's not that he doesn't put any effort. It's just that
We
it's
see
like,
him live. He's got good
Yeah,
effort.
exactly. He
Yeah.
headbangs and stuff. But no, it's like it's also like good player.
So not too much work.
Short set.
Change the strings every 4 or so shows.
Yeah, just did together.
Oh yeah, they sounded it when they sound checked. Sounds very crisp. There you go.
Right?
Yeah.
So yeah.
So is there anything else special you do to the bass besides a normal string change? Any intonation, action? anything like
Yeah. I mean, I just keep the action like super low because that's the way.
that? So it requires adjustments. Like how often?
Like, I mean, not very often because this bass is pretty.
It's pretty sturdy, right?
Yeah. So, it's like when it starts, like the temperature changes and the whole thing. But you know what I mean? Like it doesn't happen very often.
Yeah, we're traveling a lot, so we could
Yeah.
be in the south where it's warm, up
That's
north where
right.
it's cold.
So if it happens or if it starts like fraying out or stuff like that, that's when you go and then adjust the thrust.
So when do you notice that? Like basically you take it out of the case first thing and check it out? Or?
Yeah, I mean I play it every day before he plays it. I mean badly, but I play it and
But you let it acclimate to the venue
and
area.
then I see if everything is fine. I also measure the distance between the frets and the string on the 12.
Do the measurement.
Yeah, you
What
can
is
do
the
that.
measurement for him?
Ooh, I have a cheat sheet somewhere.
Okay, no problem, no
yeah.
problem. That's,
yeah.
that's very specific. It's cool.
Yeah. So I just keep it, like with all the guitars, with Gary's and Ted's too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like
But
I
they're
just-
guitar players, they don't care about that. We're just talking about bass right now.
There you go.
But so pretty standard. I mean, bass holds up well.
Yeah.
Normal string changes.
Yeah.
Normal amp setup. But
He has another one, a spare, a black one,
black
like this one. But he only uses it in the dressing room to warm up.
warmer bass,
Yeah.
emergency backup maybe.
That's right. But it's like it's very, very unlikely that he's gonna break a string.
But it's pretty easy, you'd say, pretty routine. Nothing
Yeah.
out of the ordinary. But is there anything maybe out of routine, out of the ordinary with Damien? Does he require anything
Oh yeah,
special?
he's way too nice.
He's pretty nice to you?
Yeah.
Is he?
I'm not just
Not very demanding?
I'm not used to nice people.
No? But does he want you to
Joking.
make
It's
any
a
kind
joke.
of special
but he's-
drinks, any snacks, anything
No, hell no,
weird on
nothing.
stage?
He brings his own drinks too. It's like I don't need to do anything for that.
Really?
Yeah, he's a streetwalker. I love it.
Yeah. Well, that helps out, Has there been any requests at all? Like, has he ever sent you in the crowd to get chicks or anything?
Not yet. I mean,
yet.
it's like I'm kind of busy here, so it's like
Yeah.
if I get,
Overwhelmed.
it's like I don't have time for that.
Yeah, nobody's got time for that.
old.
We're too old, yeah.
Too old.
But yeah, that's about it. Sounds pretty straight and narrow and not a big deal. And that's Damien's. Behind the scene of Damien's world.
Yeah, with Steve DiGiorgio, the fucking legend, this guy. Fuck, right?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Anyway, Armando, I appreciate the talk and
Yeah.
thanks for letting us in to what Damien requires, man.
Heck yeah,
and I'll
man.
see you tonight, bro. All right, much love. And that's it. Out.
Old man Jesse whittling away backstage. that wood, baby.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna eat some steak, some stuff in mind.
All right, what's up? Over here on Stage Left on the Bass Strikes Back tour, we're talking what?
Left. Stage right.
Hey everyone, how's it going? Stevie D over here on Stage Right is always right. And I'm with my boy, my main man of every tour, every show. This is what we've been talking about on this episode, or about to talk about, is the pit crew of the bass player, the guy who keeps the fucking car running for that show that goes on over there. And everyone wants you to meet Carlos Gunn. How's it going, big guy? So, as you know, we've been talking to the techs, the bass techs, and we want to get your little story about what you do for me. So go ahead, take it away. What do you do? I keep you happy.
Yeah, keep you happy on stage. You know, being a bass tech's a lot different than a guitar tech. I think it's
Big time.
I'm a bass player, so I know the needs that you have and you want, which really makes our communication really easy. But it's a personal relationship that you have to have with your artist, and that goes from how you hand the bass off to how you receive the bass, the exchanges that we do. All those things kind of it starts there with your relationship. As far as day to day, we immediately bring the gear in, bust the cases open. The first thing I want to do is get these guitars exposed to the elements so that they can make their little movements that they do throughout the
Acclimate,
day.
as they call it. I call it getting soaked up with smoke.
Yeah, they get a little smoke on them.
Yeah.
But we let them adjust themselves out. It takes usually about an hour or two to get the necks where they're sitting solid.
Yeah.
And from there,
You change strings every day, or how often you change?
I usually change strings every day on one of your basses. The one that we do the drop tunings on, we only do a couple of songs, so we can go maybe 2, maybe sometimes 3 shows with that
Try
bass.
to push them as long as
Yeah.
they live.
It has frets, so it doesn't absorb the oils off the neck quite as much, so that we do get a little bit more longevity out of the fretted strings.
Yeah.
From there, we go to the rack, get the rack set up, get the antenna set up, get everything wired, and just go through and make sure everything works as it did the day before.
And you got everything pre-wired and everything, so you just basically pop the lid, plug it in, and it's ready. It's
Pop
not
the
a,
lid, plug it in. We
it's
do
not a
all
mad science project every day, huh?
No, we do the pre-production before the tour starts and build the racks, so that while we're out here in the theater, that it's as basic and easy as it can be for the fact of simplicity.
Yeah. So strings, amp, sound. What about these basses? They take adjustments. Do you ever got to change the intonation, action?
You know, these Ibanez basses are great. They're solid. Every time I pop open the case, usually the guitars will be a little bit sharp from the necks moving a little bit. If I leave them set for about an hour, they'll go right back to tune. Maybe a slight adjustment, but they're just so right on the money. It's unbelievable how well they stay in tune.
Our stuff's tight. We keep our equipment fucking tip shop.
Yeah.
Tip top over here.
Tip top shape.
Yeah. But so that's the technical part about it. It's pretty routine, I guess. You got your shit down, and
It's routine, but there are days that you get loose things on the guitar that you didn't expect to be loose. That happens occasionally.
Yeah.
So I generally will do an inspection over the entire bass from the top of the
maybe a little
headstock.
vomit from the night before.
Hopefully not. No vomit or ash or
Boogers.
anything like that.
Yeah.
So
Fall out from near a volcano.
totally. So yeah, I do an inspection of the entire bass, make sure everything's solid on it, because we certainly don't want to lose any small parts on stage, because they're really hard to
Done that
replace when
before.
you're out here on the road, and we have done that before. So it's just important to go through and make sure everything's solid.
All right. So that covers all the technical. So what about personal? You know, sometimes you think you do all that. You do the strings, you plug in everything, it sounds great. You give the bass to the bass player, but your job's not over, is it? There's a couple little personal things that some bass players require.
Yeah, there are little things that Steve likes. He likes his cable, particularly wrapped around the strap of the instrument a particular way, because he is quite active on stage and is up and down the ramps quite a bit.
A little bit clumsy too.
sometimes that cable will hook on a drum arm or something, and he gives me that look, and I know I haven't got it wrapped right. But that hasn't happened in some time. So
No, we're good. We're good.
We got that down to a science now. The other thing is just to have a good positive vibe up here on stage for my artist when he shows up, because that's the main thing. Is we want you guys to go out on stage feeling like you have no worries whatsoever and everything's on top of the world. And that's what I try to create, a little island positive here, and we have a good positive vibe. So the other thing is we have a drink holder called the DJojo, which holds the Stevie D drinks.
Yeah, you know you're pretty special when you have a drink named after you and a drink holder.
And we have to have it. It's actually a very vital part of the show, because that drink has to be there on stage and it needs to be secure.
But yeah, that keeps me fluid and flowing and everything, and that's a good part of the show. You know, you gotta feel that the gears are greased. But another thing you said, pretty important point, which is my favorite word. It is an island positive over here. This job is hard, it's stressful, it wears on you physically, but at the end of the day, it's a fucking pretty cool job to have, and we keep it really positive because we enjoy being here. We love our crew, and I really can't imagine even doing a show without this guy. All the stuff he said fits in an interview this big, but it's many years built up to where we got our shit down, and I'm gonna be completely blind, helpless, naked, and fucking stupid without this guy. This is my pit crew, and this is the reason I'm going out there and kicking ass every night, buddy.
Well, thank you.
Hell yeah.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here.
Fuck yeah, bro. And that would be the final word from Stage Right on Techland.
I'm pretty upset, by the way, with you.
Tell me.
Which is, remember, I see that you named your TV show, what's the name again?
What do you think?
Bottom of the Bay? Like, you didn't follow my advice, which was like 3 buses full of assholes. That should have been the name of the TV show.
Old man Jeffy whittling away backstage. Nice. Whittling that wood, baby.